Omcan's Test Kitchen. I'm Chef Nick. Today we're going over proper maintenance, handling, and installation of our dishwashers. Always make sure the water pressure is between 20 psi plus or minus delta of 5. If it's too high, install the reducer. If it's too low, check the supply valves and the filters. If low pressure, then the installation was incorrectly done and it's not the machine's fault. Please call a plumber and check your installation. For proper chemical setup, it's essential to understand that the blue line is for polishing and the white line is for detergent. Always recommend going to your local chemical dishwasher company and not just buying store-bought dishwashing detergent, as the foaming and the bubbles can actually ruin your dish machine. After installation, what priming the system means is to having the dishwasher ran a couple cycles just to ensure that the soap is catching into the tubes and going inside your machine. The first couple runs will just start pulling it through the system, while the third and fourth run will finally have the soap inside the machine. Drain installation and overflow is crucial. Make sure it's properly installed into your machine and properly installed into the tube for your sinks. Usually there'll be an excess tube to plug it in with a clamp. This is very crucial, as when you drain the machines, the overflow will be going into here. You'll also notice if there's any leaks, it'll be coming mainly from right here. On top of that, the installation of the water line itself will be right here. Always make sure it's tight before inserting it back in. For water line installation, make sure you have your plumber's tape properly fastened around the pipe, and then you install the tube. If you have any leaks, it might be coming from there as well, because that is direct water line source. Also, with the drain plug, you do not want to exceed about roughly 2 feet of drain plug, only because if it goes further, it'll take longer for it to drain. There could be a backup that you're not aware of, and it can also overflow inside your dish machine and have water coming out from the front. For the water pressure as well, you want to make sure that it's inclined forward slightly, as it will help the water pressure and determine better quality of cleaning your dishes. If it is a lower pressure, it is probably not inclined properly, and you might have a low pressure water as well. These are not machine faults. These are due to city waters being pressurized as they are. For proper maintenance of the machines, on both machines, they have these inserts that should be rinsed and cleaned every day, descaled every day, just to ensure proper quality of the machine. You also have another filter underneath the original 2 filters. You should also be cleaning this on a daily basis, as it can get filled up pretty quickly. You have your heating elements as well. Please be careful not to damage these, as they are also very fragile. To start the dishwasher by holding in the power button, just notice it says the fill. So this dot indicates on the tank that it is heating up. When there will be a dot here, it shows that the booster is in use, and that's heating it up. So right now the machine wants to get to 79 Celsius. Currently it's at 42. During this heating up process, it takes about 30 minutes to heat up. And you should not start it before it gets to your set temperature. Now we can get into the priming phase. So this is a good phase to do when you just get your units, or if you have a deep cleaning of your units and you're cleaning the detergent lines. It's also a great time to do the priming phase. So once the unit fills, you want to turn the unit off, and it's in a standby phase, and you can start your priming. For proper chemical setup, it's essential to understand that the blue line is for polishing and the white line is for detergent. Always recommend going to your local chemical dishwasher company and not just buying store-bought dishwashing detergent, as the foaming and the bubbles can actually ruin your dish machine. After installation, what priming the system means is to having the dishwasher ran a couple cycles just to ensure that the soap is catching into the tubes and going inside your machine. The first couple runs will just start pulling it through the system, while the third and fourth run will finally have the soap inside the machine. 1, 3, and 5. This is your detergent fill. DT. So then 1, 3, and 4 will be for your polishing detergent. And this cycle will bring the detergent through your lines into your machine. If they are brand new lines, this is a great process. Instead of running multiple cycles, saving water, directly into your machine. Sure, your machine is pulling the chemical. 1, 3, and 4. Rinse 8 for RA. And you can see the blue being pulled. To check the other side, you have to turn it back off. 1, 3, 5. Detergent, DT. And you'll be able to see a pool. This is also the same steps for the priming process. When you first get your machine, you want the detergent and the rinsate to get pulled in through the lines into your machine prior to washing on your dishes. If you wash the dishes before priming it, you're not going to have any soap. You're just going to have the hot water running until it goes all the way through your pipes. All of our machines are NSF standard and can be adjusted to any temperature to your health regulation. Going over our buttons for our device, we have a 2-minute cycle, a 4-minute cycle, and a 6-minute cycle. Press the button once and it will run for the duration of that cycle. We have a green light. Green means go. If it ever turns red, that means there is an error. And if there is no light, that means it's working through a cycle. And then once it turns back green, the cycle is done. We have the drain button. So we would have to remove the components for the drain plug and then hit the drain button. It'll drain the water, and an extra rinse cycle. Helps if you know your dishes have a tougher stains on it or more debris on it, just to get an extra rinse out of it, or to remove extra polishing detergent that is on your glassware. And then you have your on and off button. As you can see, the dot on the side has finally gone away, so the heating element is stopped. That means it's up to temperature. It's going to 2-minute cycle. You will see the screen change to running for R. The temperature it is at will flicker back and forth from the time, and you'll have a timer. So it's 100 and whatever amount of seconds left over. As it goes down, you can clearly see timer going down. If for any reason you forgot that one dish to put in and you know your rack is not full, feel free to open the door. Just do it slowly so you're not hit with the intense heat of the steam and water splashing on you. The door will show the door is open. You load your rack to whatever you want. Close the door again. However, you will have to repress your button and it will restart your cycle. Once your cycle is over, it'll beep a few times and also say end on the screen. The only way to restart another cycle is to open your door, load up a new rack, or if you feel like the cycle's not ready yet, close the door and start again. Now we're going to drain our unit, same concept as the upright unit. Press and hold the button, open, take out the guards, and take out the drain plug. And then close the unit. It gives you a timer for how long it's going to take to drain. When the unit is in drain mode, the heating elements are turned off to prevent damage to the heating elements. After the drain mode, it goes into a self-clean mode. So a new timer pops up, SC for self-cleaning. About 200 seconds. After the self-cleaning process is done, it automatically shuts off. That is time for you to insert your drain plug. Where the holes are will always be at the top, not the bottom. Welcome back to Omcan's Test Sketches. I'm Chef Nick, and today we're going over our maintenance of our dishwasher machines. Part of the cleaning cycle, you have to make sure there's no dishware inside, no racks inside. We have to take out each filter grade, put them in the dishwasher, or put them in the dish sink, unscrew our extra filter, and also take out our drain plug. With those filters, always recommended to get a decalcifier or a limeade. Just pour it on these and then scrub away. If you see the grime build up, please put the chemicals on it, let it soak for a 5 minutes, and then brush away. Stainless steel. If you notice that your dishwasher is not appropriately cleaning the dishes, and now it says again, fill. As you hear the water filling, that is notifying you that the water tank is getting full. Once you hear the water stop filling, that's when the unit is starting to extract the detergents from your canisters. So as you hear no more water filling, but the sign still says fill, that is the time when the detergent is being extracted from the canisters into your unit. Take off your sprays. Each one comes off easily, just a quick twist. Food chemicals, particles, even the lime, calcium can always be built up in this, so please give them a quick rinse. Make sure there's no cracks in the plastic arm, and make sure that it is tightly secured. Also, always make sure that there's no food particles within the crevice of where it locks. This can affect the sensor for when you close the door and start the operations yet again. And it also can happen if it's clogged, can have leakage from the corners of your doors. Once your cleaning process is all set, and then you screw it back on. Always start with the left side, and then work on your way on the right. Go in, and then to the middle. Same concept on the right side. Always remember the hole for the drain plug will be on the right side. Go in, out. Line it up with your drain hole, and then put your drain plug inside. And you will feel it snugly fit inside. For any more questions, comments, or inquiries, please give us a call at 1-800-465-0234 or reach out at our website, omcan.com.